Talking about memory cards, I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of you out there that do video recordings have issues with memory card at times. And I'd say sometimes it's because of the sources of your memory card, or I won't say the source, perhaps more like you not checking properly the memory card you buy before you buy it. Me here in Nigeria, whenever I'm buying memory cards, I pay attention to both the read and write speeds of the memory card. Here in Nigeria, each time I want to pick up a memory card in the market, I know there's a likelihood of me getting memory cards that have really low speeds. So I try to make sure I pay attention to both the read and write speed. Though one could still fall into the trap of buying cards with a good face value, but once you pop the card into your camera, you find out that it's not as good as you really want it. Now, this is how to check them. There are some memory cards, once you get them, they look really nice. Like this is a 64 gig memory card. Please, I'm not saying anything particular. This is just an example, though I have the SanDisk here as an example, but you can notice that all this is written in Chinese, and there's something you should pay attention to in particular. It's the speed. Now this is 64 gig, which is the size of the card, and you find out that you have 100 MB written here. Every other thing is in Chinese. You don't really know what the 100 MB is. Now, if you are shooting, for example, 4K or heavy videos, you'll find out that your camera records to a point where either the memory card starts getting hot, or the card rather cannot cope with the video that is being ingested into it, and recording stops. I think that's something you'll find on most cameras, especially people coming from Canon. So this speed that you find here, I want to tell you that most times when you find only one speed indicated, it's usually the read speed. And whenever you're recording, the read speed is okay for people doing a lot of reading from the memory card, like phones and devices that aren't that quite fast. But for people that are into videos and recordings, you want to make sure you're getting a fast card that is able not just to read this amount of or this speed. You should be able to have a very decent write speed. I'll give you another example. This is another memory card from SanDisk, and these are kind of like some of my favorites. I got this for my mobile phone, but this is for a Phantom drone. And you would notice right here, I won't tell you this is the best in the market, but you would notice right here you have 160 MB read speed and 60 MB for write speed. You can see that it's clearly stated right there. So once again, just take note that once you find only one speed there, usually it's the read speed. So make sure you buy a card where it's clearly stated, and of course you can read English, except of course you're Chinese and you can read that Chinese thing written there. But yeah, this is English, and I can read this. I can see that it's something that my camera. This is another example. These are cards that I use for my Lumix GH4. You would also notice it says up to 170 MB. Now you can get what I was trying to say earlier. It says 170 MB. You should guess by now that this is the read speed, not the read and the write. So if we were to go further to check out what the write speed is, if I come closer a little bit, you would notice it's written there that it says up to 170 MB, which is for read, and you have 90 MB, which is quite some good speed for writing data into the memory card. So yeah, if you ever come across, or if you ever get into the problem of recording and your recording stops along the line due to memory card, or the memory card getting hot, or your camera getting hot, or it says recording stop, you should suspect your memory card if it's able to, or if your memory card is capable of handling all that stress. So I use a lot of SanDisk. It's really not an advert for SanDisk. I'm not advertising them. It's just something I use a lot. I use this for all my cameras, from the Lumix to the Blackmagic camera. I use the SanDisk. I trust it's something I've been using for a long time. But yeah, this is not an advert for them, but they have good products. Now, I hope you find this useful. Please make sure you like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share the video and spread the word for those who need it. Sayonara.